What's up, everyone? It's the Toy Enhancer. Welcome to the channel. We are going to... We're going to kick back on the Range Viper helmet. This is the helmet we started back about 3 weeks ago. So, yeah, I should have had this done by now. But anyways, you can see I did a little Bondo work to it. Started filling in some things and whatnot, but what I realized is I left some details out. So here we are on the next video. We're gonna pop in some more details on this Range Viper helmet. All right, guys, so looking on the side of the Range Viper head, you can see that round vented area. Something that I definitely need to apply. And then I don't know if I'm going to do this bottom plate down there, the gray bottom plate, because the side of my helmet is already looking pretty cool, almost just like that. So, and then another thing is on this video, we're going to fill in the gaps I have with the brain matter and try to get it more round looking like this. I know I'm not going to get it just like it, but... And then to finish off, I'm going to try to get a little lip around the bottom. I'm not sure if I'll add that, if there's any restriction in the head movement or whatnot. We'll see if we can get it in there, though. So those are my main concerns. Everything else is pretty decent. We're probably going to extend this point just like it is right here, but that may be in the Bondo process. So I'll show you guys the Bondo process, but right now we're just going to finish putting or applying what we need to build up and get the mask complete, ready for paint. All right, so let's get into it. First thing is first, I want to take my Dremel and kind of score up the side here. And I'm only doing that because I'm about to super glue this cap that I got from a spray foam container. And then we just cut it to size so it would fit on the side. And I'm just looking for something round. I can shape it and add the vents to it later. And I'm just trying to get that round effect without it popping out the side too far. If you looked at the Range Viper head on, you can see them sticking out of the side, but it is very subtle. So what I did is I just trimmed that lid container down until I got it just right. And I'm just gonna apply it with hot glue. It sticks really good to the plastic. Plus there's probably gonna be some Bondo and whatnot to hold it down even further. So in fact, later on, I had to peel this off and adjust it just about a ½ inch up because I didn't like where it was sitting, and it was almost impossible to break off. Now you see here, this is spray foam that I used, and what I did is I put the spray foam down on an old piece of wood, let it dry, and then I peeled it back up off the wood to get that long wormy curve effect. And what I'm doing is I'm just slicing the foam in half because I only want so much. I don't want it to be too bulky. So I cut the foam in half, and then I'm just applying it in different shapes, sizes. It's brain matter, so you could literally just put it anywhere as long as you're filling in all the gaps. And this worked out really well with the spray foam that you buy from Home Depot. You know, it's used for filling gaps and cracks for windows and doors. And I also utilized the lids. So you see that I had the spray foam, I had 2 cans of it, we had 2 lids, everything's coming together, and material is finding a home on this new project that I started. I love to do that. I love to use extra little bits and pieces of anything and make it into something. So you can see here, you can see I'm really slicing this stuff in half, and it's because I have a nice round effect on one side, and then where the foam was on the board where I peeled it up, it's really flat looking. So I'm just cutting that stuff off. I really can't use that other side anyways. And I'm just going like with whatever I cut. I'm breaking off, you know, pieces randomly and just sticking them on there. If they fit and look good, I go with it. If I need to modify it and change it, cut it a little bit with the knife, then so be it. But it's really just a procedure of cut and stick, and just making, you know, choices and decisions. But again, it's very forgiving. It's brain matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. But you see that lip, that silver lip that sits at the top. This is helping me build up to that lip, so that lip won't be so pronounced when I go to paint everything. And it's falling in very well. You see, I'm just piece by piece, slowly chipping away at it. Definitely a process. Here's some more foam pieces. And so on. So you guys kind of get the idea. And again, I'm just using a hot glue gun. It's stuck very well to the material. You see now, that's an upper profile where we're going to put that attachment that we made last time. And I want to get this attachment cut down on the back so I want to feed actual tube into it. And the tube will come down to the back of the helmet, and it will also port into the backpack that I'm about to make. That will probably be in the next video. I have so many projects, I know, guys, but don't worry, I am a busy bee, and I will keep knocking out these projects. So here, I'm just finishing up with the Dremel and whatnot. We're gonna get it mounted. I just had to cut a V in the back there, so I could stick something in there and bond it to the helmet. And again, I'm just using hot glue. It's been working good. It's been incredibly hard to pull off anything that I've tried to pull off, so I'm gonna run with it because it also has an assortment of caulk, paint, between all this, the Bondo grabbing it, between all this stuff grabbing it, I don't feel a need to anchor it with any kind of screws or whatnot. I think it's gonna be durable enough. And it's not like I'm going to go throwing it around on the ground. Especially after putting all this time into it. But this Range Viper helmet has been exciting. I know that it's going to be definitely one of a kind. I'm trying to make it as perfect as I can. And here I'm filling in the brain matter pieces on top now. So you see that silver lip that is going around the helmet. I'm just going to build right up to that. And this is something that I noticed in the first video. I was like, I would love to use the original brain matter, but this stuff was looking just as good, and I figured I would just go right over it and get that almost 1.5 inch buildup, about 1 inch to 1.5 inch buildup that I needed for my helmet to look proportioned better and more round. So we're just cutting and gluing. It's nothing fancy by no means. The only trick to this spray foam is make sure you're going at a good rate. And remember that the foam is going to expand when you spray it out on the board. So I was just doing random wiggle lines to get curves in the foam and whatnot that I wanted to use. And just remember, when you're spraying your foam on the board, you know, to go at a pace where it has enough room to expand to the size that you're looking for. So that was probably the most difficult task, working with the spray foam. And here's one last picture. I've got all my brain matter spread out. I'm ready to go back to the main table and start doing some Bondo work on it. And then I'm pretty sure I can go ahead and dip in the paint. So finally made it back over here to the bigger review table where I can do some Bondo work. For all of you who have not done Bondo, it's automotive Bondo, and it's the same thing. You can get it at Home Depot. It's the same thing. People repair cars. You can repair wood with it. You can repair anything with it, really. And when you're mixing it, you know, a good portion is to every golf ball size of Bondo that you use about a dime size of hardener, and you'll see it. It's normally tinted like a blue, or I've seen it pink. It comes in different colors. So you tint that hardener, and you'll see it change colors as you mix it. You just want to get a really good mix on it. This stuff will set up rather quick. I'd say you normally have about 10 minutes to play with it, 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how much hardener you put into it. So be careful with the hardener because you don't want it to set too quick, but you still want it pliable and be able to work with it in your certain time limit. And you see, I'm just shaping things up. We're gonna do a few sessions of Bondo. We're gonna sand it down and get it into paint, everyone. So please come back for the next video. We're probably gonna work on the backpack and get this guy painted out. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you've enjoyed the videos. Please give a like, subscribe, share, and I'll catch you on the next time.